Welcome to another edition of Arsenal Fans Beat brought to you by Arsenal fans for Arsenal fans globally. It is the international break and players are globetrotting from one country to another, playing for their national teams. And Arsenal, some of the players that didn't have the opportunity of playing for the national team, they are back at the camp trying to get things done so that when the international break is over, they'll be able to join hands with their teammates that are back from the international break and do what they're expected to do by putting smiles on the faces of Arsenal fans. But somehow, it's been really a difficult roller coaster season for Arsenal considering the amount of injuries that we have recorded. On this edition of the show, I have our regular guys in the house, Gassi Musila and Nene Fufana. Guys, it's good to have you guys back.
Yeah, it's good to be back
I feel
also.
like the smile is not coming out the way it used to be before. What's happening? Is it because of the injuries? We just understood that Trossard got injured.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation for us. I don't know what happened.
Really.
You know.
Truly an unfortunate situation for us. You would recall that Mikel Arteta joined Arsenal in December 2019 when he replaced Unai Emery. And as at that time, the Arsenal camp were in disarray. Even the fans were not supporting the club and they were asking the Cronkies to go out even after the exit of Arsene Wenger that saw Unai Emery coming into the team. And somehow Unai Emery had this penchant of saying, I want to be the protagonist of every match that we play. And unfortunately, we found out that Arsenal, as at the time Unai Emery were coaching, or rather was coaching Arsenal, we had issues with ball possession, even though ball possession used to be the best part of Arsenal playing style. And somehow, when Mikel Arteta came in, he came in with a formidable style, and somehow we knocked out 2 or 3 trophies, winning the FA Cup and 2 Community Shields. And now, Arsenal season seems to be on hold. We've tried to win the Premier League twice, coming second behind Man City. So considering the amount of injuries that we've recorded from Ben White, Ricardo Calafiori, and the likes of them, do you really think that we'll have the capacity to mount for a title challenge this season? We're sitting 4th position behind Chelsea. Do you really think we can do something out of this? Or has our season ended? Or do you think there's going to be a resurgence?
Yes, I believe so. Because for now, I cannot write off my team for saying that we cannot win the Premier League this season. It's opened, even though Liverpool are far ahead of us and Man City. But it all depends on the next 10 games that we are going to play. If and only if we cannot capitalize on these 10 games, then for sure I'll write that the season is off definitely for Arsenal. Regardless of the injuries, there are other players, the likes of Skelly, Wanieri. These are boys, are players that are determined to play. You understand? And Zinchenko, they are players, even if Ben White is not available. Thankfully, Timber is available. You understand? Trossard is not available, even though you know how he has been playing recently. Martinelli is there. So it's all about focus, the mentality. We should not focus on the fact that we have series of injuries, the unfortunate situation, the red card issues. I know Arsenal is one of the teams that have the most difficult fixtures this season of this Premier League. We have played Man City away, Aston Villa away. Imagine these are very, very tough and team opponent that always have this issue of stopping Arsenal from winning the Premier League. And we have gone there. You know what we did? Taking a point at Man City. Do you know what that means? Go inside Aston Villa and won there. You know what it means? So for me, I believe that we still have the capacity, the mindset that will come out good at the end of the season.
Okay. Nene, Gasino is talking about the likes of Waneri, Skelly, and all of that. But we had an opportunity, a golden opportunity, for Arteta to play Waneri when Odegaard was out. And somehow he just didn't find the confidence in playing Waneri. Do you really think that at this point that Arteta is going to stick to the idea of not playing Waneri, or is going to change his mind and say, okay, this time around, let me bring in Waneri or Skelly? Because Kelly has proved his mettle, he has played in big games, and the young man was unfazed in those games. And somehow, the consistency in playing him regularly, and sometimes we've had on this show where Gasimo will argue and say, no, why do you have to wait? His time will come. When is the time going to come? Is it now that we find ourselves in a very difficult situation because our defensive backup or backline is in tatters, especially considering the fact that dependable Ben White is not there. Tomiyasu is still coming back from injury. He has not started training fully. And we also have other players that are also out like Calafiori. Do you really think Arteta is going to change his mind?
Well, I agree with Gasimu saying their time will come because if we look back on Bukayo Saka, comparing the statistics of the age limit, the age gap between him and when he was 17, like Waneri, he didn't have this much opportunity that Waneri is having now to play. So I think the coach knows what he's doing. Now we are all complaining that Saka is playing too much, he needs to rest, he needs to rest. That will come a time where we will say, Arteta rest Waneri. So he's good, he's a good player, he's coming in and out, but let us take it time. It's one step at a time, one step at a time. We don't want to rush the boys at the end of the time, at the end of the day, when the team needs them, they're not available. Luis Kelly as well is a good player, he's a young lad, he has confidence, like you said, he has made his mark in bigger games. And similar to Waneri, his time will come because we still have players that are in that position. We have Timber. No Arsenal fans who want Timber to bench for Luis Kelly. Or neither, now that Odegaard is back, we want Odegaard to bench for Waneri. I mean, Odegaard was the one that teaches, although people can say that the student can end up be the master, the
Yeah.
master, the teacher, but there are still a lot of games. We have the Carabao Cup, we have FA Cup, we have Champions League. There is still time. The boys are coming in, they will play, he will make his mark. Why not let's give time to the ones that have been there that understand the system and they are going with the system. And I read somewhere that hopefully Kalafi will be back because if we look back on the match statistics when he was available playing in the wing with Martinelli and Timber at the right wing, I think the team was playing really well, even though we have injuries back then, Zini and others weren't available. We also see that the red cards were coming in, but the boys still stand still. I mean, if you watch their game match against Man City, those players were excellent. Even at the last minute that when Lewis Kelly comes in, he still puts on a fight. So let's give it time. And I also agree with Gassimo saying that we are still in line. We are not yet out of this title race because our starting statistics is similar to that of last season. We are still struggling at the first half of the season, but we all people normally say Arsenal are the league bottlers, but we all Liverpool. We all know that they also bottle the league. So let's be going. Our biggest challenge to me is Man City and not Chelsea, not Liverpool also. So we are getting there. We have had a very rough season from the start of the season, several red cards, injury here and there. So this second half, and thankfully this first half there's still 10 games to play. So coming to the second half, we're getting there.
Okay, talking about we're getting there have been issues that a lot of pundits have said, look, this is the make or match season for Arsenal. That if Arsenal doesn't win the league this season, then there's going to be a problem. Yes, if you're looking at what Arteta has done coming into Arsenal, I would say he has done remarkably well. Even no other thing that he has done is reconciling the Arsenal fan base and the Arsenal Football Club. Before, the two sides were in disarray. Now you come to the Emirates, there's a sense of unison, there's an energy, there's a charged atmosphere. But now, the key thing that we're looking at is how are we going to notch the Premier League? Because the key thing, we've won the FA Cup, we've won Community Shield, but the key thing that we're looking at is either we win the Premier League or win the Champions League. But the way the thing is now, is it appears as if we are in tatters. The question now that comes to mind is, has Arteta done well from the period he joined Arsenal from December 2019 until then? I'm coming to you, Nene. Looking at what Arteta has done in transforming the team and bringing back energy to the Emirates and bringing a sense of unison between the fans and the team, do you really think Arteta has done well? Because it is a make or match season for him. So pundits are saying that look, if Arteta doesn't win the Premier League this season or a major trophy this season, that he's going to get the sack? What's your opinion?
Well, firstly, I want to say a very big thank you to Mikel. He has done extremely well. Looking back at Arsenal, the days of Henry and the last days of Arsene Wenger, like the fans were tired. Everybody has given up on the club, and he has bring back the love that Arsenal is known for, the unity, the place where you go, you know that this is my family, this is my home. That is what Mikel has bring back to the club. Now, we are open every week by week. Sometimes, me personally, I wish Arsenal plays every week because the love, the support, the unity, the energy that it brings in, it's just so unique. So he has done extremely well. I think that is his biggest achievement, the unity that he has bring to the club. Yes, it's a football club. We need trophies. We need this. We need that. But looking at two big aspects, the unity of the club and that of the money making of the club, he has done extremely well. He's bringing in money. The fans are coming in. We are going far so far in the season. Back then we
Back to the Champions League.
Yes, we are back to the Champions League, and back then we are crying that Arsenal is always in the sixth position. Now we are fighting. If you go back to last season, the title was we fight until the very last day.
Yeah.
So if anybody is saying that Mikel hasn't done well, then I think that person is a hater. Although yes, we are still hoping for more. We still want trophies. There is FA Cup, there is Community Shield or so, but we need the Premier League and if possible the Champions League because I am tired of other club fans telling us that where's your Champions League? Even though you say we have a golden Premier League trophy, but we won the Champions League. We really do want it.
Talking about winning the Champions League and what Arteta has done, that's a prospectful thinking of winning the Champions League. If you look at the amount of players that have been signed under Mikel Arteta and Edu for his final exit from the club, there are 38 players that he signed and they spent close to about £382 million in signing these players. Do you really think Arteta should be given the vote? I'm asking you again, aside from what Nene has said to defend Arteta's position.
Do I really think what?
Arteta should be given the vote if he doesn't win.
No, he should not. Because I'm not seeing any coach that is fit for Arsenal as of now. Because if unfortunately it happens that we lose Mikel Arteta, trust me, Arsenal will go back to where it was. Because this is a team that Arteta understand his club, Arsenal. He has taken Arsenal from down the drain. Now we are competing. For the past 3 seasons, we are competing now for the Premier League. The first time, unfortunately, we did not win it. The second time, it go all up to the last day. Now we are also in it. Arsenal have not been in that position where we can compete for the Premier League. We are considered to be a mid-table team. You understand? Even the big six, they were not even counting us again to be part of the big six. So you see, so forget about the pundits, whatever they are saying. These are the people that don't want Arsenal to progress. And they are seeing the progress of Arsenal. They saw where Mikel Arteta took the club from and where the club is as of now. So I think Mikel Arteta for me is the right man. I'm not seeing no other coach that is fit for Arsenal. I'm pretty sure, I'm confident, just like what as I said earlier on, that the title race for me this season is not over yet. You understand? If and only if the boys, Mikel Arteta, that mentality that we started, let it be. Let's take our chances, focus, and let's work towards this last 10 games of the first half of the Premier League. And I'm sure we will get there. Liverpool, how many points they are leading us? Something like 9 or 8 points. Man City is about 4. So they might draw. Liverpool have not played Man City. Yes, they have not played Tottenham. You understand? For me, I'm pretty sure that we'll catch them. Liverpool is not a team for me to be worried about. I'm worried about Man City. I don't want Man City to find that their grip, that their momentum. As of now, let them be struggling until we overcome them. By then, I'm pretty sure that the Premier League will be ours at the end of the season.
Okay. Yeah. You've heard it from my teammate, their submission that's ever positive about Arsenal coming back smoking to compete strongly for the Premier League. The way it is, We're still hoping that we're going to have a run of games that will make us to be consistent and also vie to win the Premier League. On this edition of Arsenal Fans Beat, we're happy to say we're glad that the team is doing well, but not too well considering the number of injuries that we have. So we hope that Arteta notches something good this season. At the end of the day, we at Arsenal Fans Beat, will be able to smile and say kudos to our darling Arsenal. I want to say thank you, as always, to every fan that has taken the opportunity to make comments, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. As you keep on doing this, don't forget that we are building a larger community altogether, and there is no way we can do this without your support. We want to say thank you to Safope, Fair Petroleum, and Arsenal Sierra Leone Supporters Chapter for their support towards this channel. And as we continue to do greater things here in Arsenal Fans Beat, for my teammates, I want to say, from you,
Arsenal for life.
you,
Gunners for life.
yeah, we're going to do it. Take it.